Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Bobby Mack and Ray here from the Huevos Ketchup podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Fresh Balls. Fresh Balls is the deodorant for your under-the-belt man parts. Also, today's episode is brought to you by Wayne's Wings. Voted the #1 wings in Texas. Not South Texas, not East Texas, not West Texas, not North Texas. All right, you want to go taste those fucking delicious wings? Head down to Wayne's Wings over at 2427 Austin Highway here in San Antonio, Texas. Also on today's show, we want to give a shout out to the best tattoo artists here in San Antonio, probably in Texas, period. You want to head over to Electric Panther Tattoo and their sister location, the Rose of Texas Tattoo. If you want a badass tattoo at a badass price from some badass artists, you want to head down there, get inked up, get tatted up. This shit is legit. So today on the show, we're going to have some discussions about some relationship advice. We got asked a few questions. So originally we were supposed to have 2 females on here that we were going to have these discussions with. But I will tell you this, that they ended up canceling. They didn't answer the phone. They didn't answer the emails. They didn't answer anything like that. I'm not going to call out their names, but those two motherfuckers, like, you know, I called. And see, when I first had contact with them, they were like, yeah, like, come on, let's do the show. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We'll have a good time. You know, we'll have, you know, Huevos and Ketchup and together.
I don't give
a fuck, dude. Like, you know what? And you know what? When I finally called to confirm, like, I called, text, and I sent the message to call and confirm about, you're really going to cut it out?
I may blur it out or bleep it out. Because you never know. What if they end up wanting to do something with it?
They're not, dude. Trust me, they're not going to want to, because they're like...
No, but what if we ever end up... Again, what if this ever takes off and we're on, like, the same kind of area with them and we have to work together kind of thing?
We don't have to work. Fuck that.
Well, no, you know what I mean.
You know, this is all I got to say to them.
You Jew motherfucker, you!
Okay? All right? So I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, you know, it's just rude. It's just not, it's not common courtesy.
I think you just needed a reason to play that soundboard.
No, it's a fucking reason to fucking tell them some shit, dude. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that we're supposed to have 2 ladies on here to discuss these topics. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the hands of the good hands. And my hands are good.
Really good. Fresh balls.
That's right, because they got fresh balls on my hands and on my nuts.
They got ice wipes on your hands, too.
That's right, I do.
Okay, so one friend that I'm really close to, I've known her for a long time. She, me and her were talking because, again, we just talk about her.
How come you don't fuck your friends?
You're so stupid. That better not be how this whole podcast goes. You're fucking dumb. She's actually the stepmother to, obviously, 2 stepkids from her husband who was previously married. She's having a little bit of trouble because she is getting older. She's not old, of course, but she's getting older and she's always wanted her own kid. Or her own children, and it's hard for her because she's giving her husband at this time all these years. I think they've been together for at least 5+ years, so she's given him all this time to be with her, but they don't have any of her biological kids.
Can she not get pregnant? Is that the deal?
No, I believe she's capable of it, but because he's already had 2 kids, if I understand correctly. He's already had 2 kids, and it's kind of like he didn't want that many more because I think he is older than her. So I think it may be an age difference also kind of coming into play. So again, she's not talking about divorcing the guy or leaving the guy or anything like that. It's just how to mentally move past of potentially having your own children or your own, blood children kind of thing. Because the problem with the 2 stepkids is that they don't really show any respect towards her or her husband, which is their actual father.
Yeah, because a fucking shitty-ass parent, that's why.
Well, I think they're primarily with her, so when they have to go with him to be with my friend and her husband, it's kind of like, I don't want to go with them, because it's not my home. Or
how old are these kids?
I want to say, if I remember, I can go through the messages again. I want to say they're like maybe 10, 12, like young teenagers. Oh,
no, dude. You know what? See,
I know.
No, fuck that, dude. Well, you know what? And it's not supposed about bad ages. It's just that there's no fucking discipline, dude. Like, I'm sorry.
Again, it's not on these ends. It's on the moms.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so like you see that a lot. Like, especially when parents are split up. Like, one parent just does not give a flying fuck, and they let the kids do whatever. They let them talk to them, however. Fuck that, dude. So if if this guy is actually dishing out discipline and whatnot, but when they go back to stay with their mom and she's not doing anything with them as far as discipline wise, and she's just a shitty mom, just a shitty parent. I don't give a fuck. That's just how she is.
Well, that's again. It was her. She was asking me and I was telling her a little bit about my situation when I was with my ex and had her children, because you can't discipline them, you can't yell at them, you can't do anything really. No matter how much they yell at you or they talk shit to you back, it's just you can't do that, because then you look like you're the evil person and you don't want them around, when in reality they don't even want to be there or be near you or anything like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of in the same situation too when when I was dating one of my exes, and she has her son, and the son was just he was just a crappy kid, dude, and
did he go visit his dad or no?
No, apparently the dad's not even.
Oh, he wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, dad wasn't even in the picture.
Do you? Well, no, I mean you're married, so your dating days are over. But
probably
if you weren't married, do you think having or dating someone that has kids, that they're the baby daddy or the child's father isn't around, do you think that's kind of better in a sense? Because I mean,
look, this is my take on kids, man, is that having a 2-parent household, even if your biological parents are divorced, I still think it's a good thing to have both parents in the picture, because you know what, that kid's going to grow, and look, the kid's going to grow up, knowing that both his parents love him. Okay, there's nothing worse than a boy growing up without a dad, not knowing if this man out there or this guy even fucking loves him enough to stick around. Yeah. Okay, so and I think that's just real shitty. So in my opinion, I think it's good to have the baby daddy around. Now on the other token of that, if he's if he's a piece of shit, then fuck him. He doesn't need to be around, because here's the thing that a lot of people, and I think the majority of people don't understand, is that when you're raising kids, you have to have a positive influence on these kids. Yeah. You do, because, and you know what, you could be all fucking macho or this and that, whatever, but if you're a man, dude, you need to be there for your kids. You need to hug and love on your son and your daughter. They need to know that their dad loves them. I mean,
what about the parents that are coming in as a possible step parent?
I mean, same thing.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but I mean, what route do you think that they need to go with?
This is, look, and this is just my opinion on it, okay? But let's say I'm going into a new relationship with a woman, and she's got a little kid, or she's got a kid. Yeah. Okay. Part of the agreement should be, and this is 100% true, man. Like, the part of the agreement should be, look, I'm going to be with you, and I accept that you come with this child or children, whatever, but I don't want to be in a relationship where I have no say-so if we're trying to create this family together, because ultimately you are a family. So so even though these kids are from another person, okay, the simple fact is that, guess what? Now you're taking on that role, because you know what? You're going to be the one that's taking them to school. You're going to be the one that has to pick them up from this practice or that practice. You got to go pick them up from work. You got to help them fix their car. You got to help them do this. You got to help them do that. So if that's the case, I mean, that's not a problem. But the thing is that you're going to tell me that I'm going to be having this responsibility of taking care of these kids, but at the same time, I can't discipline them. I'm not saying beat the shit out of them, but what I'm saying is you're gonna have to just sit by and let this kid be disrespectful and wait till mom gets home so she can just talk to them. Fuck that, dude. No. I think that when you go into that situation, you have to have a talk with the mom or the dad and say, hey, look, if I want to be a part of this kid's life and we're gonna have a family, then then I need to have some type of power, some type of discipline power. I mean, again, granted that you don't abuse it. I mean, that's going to be another thing. Yeah. But I mean, just like what you were saying about how, you got these kids who are disrespectful.
She was asking me, should she kind of lose the dream of having her own family one day or things like that, because...
No, I mean, not at all, dude, because, you know what, if she wants a family and, he should give that to her. Yeah. that's really, I mean, when you marry somebody, right, and they're married.
Yeah.
Okay, so like when you marry somebody and you're someone's husband, you know, like I'm sorry, dude, like it's your responsibility to try to provide your wife's dreams, man. Like, I mean, yeah, granted, maybe financially you can't do it or whatever, but it was something like, you know, having a kid, you know, having your own family.
That they have finances to have a family and things like that.
Yeah,
I think it's just
he just doesn't want to.
Yeah, because he already has prior children.
Well, then he's being selfish because, like, she hasn't had that experience. Like, she hasn't had that experience of raising kids and, you know, getting to love that baby and, you know, shit like that. Like, you know, that's, to me, that he's just being selfish. And, like, he either needs to check himself or she needs to just be straight up with, I mean, I don't know if she has been, but she needs to be straight up with him and just be like, look, I want a family. This is what I want, okay? And it's not that impossible to have.
Yeah, she's dedicated years to him already, so I mean, it's not like she's...
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to dedicate yourself, especially if she's a good wife, now I don't know her. But if
I don't know how she is as a wife, but as a friend, she's nice.
Yeah,
she's
but you know, like, you know, as a wife, if she's cool as shit and she's actually, you know, she's a good wife, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to fucking do that. So my advice to her, honestly, dude, is just, like I said...
Go get yourself a family.
Yeah, go get yourself a family. Just, look, if she wants to get banged and get pregnant, you know...
What are you going to say?
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to say to come call yours.
No. Yeah, go ahead. Email us today at hnkpodcast@gmail.com.
Right.
No, all right. So if you're listening, I would say you need to go tell him straight up, this is what I want. You know what? And if he can't or if he doesn't want to give it to you, then you know what? Like, I'm sorry, girl, but you need to go get your shit handled. Because if you want a family, that's what you want. You know what I mean? And you know what? Let me tell you something. As a dad, there's nothing better than raising a baby, man. There's nothing better. I fucking love my son. I love my son like nothing else, man. And you know what? It's great. It's a good thing. It is a good thing. So I think you need to make that happen some way or another.
Okay. This one's actually an email. The lady, she actually was describing herself in the situation that she was talking to a guy that they were dating or whatever. They started hooking up. But what she ended up doing was she ended up finding a guy that she was talking to that she actually ended up wanting to actually be in a relationship with. And what ended up happening was him and her start sleeping together. Well, she finds out she's pregnant.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah. But the thing is, the problem is she is actually pregnant with the first guy's kid. So she's afraid of whether or not she should tell the second guy that she was sleeping with about it, because he is a good guy and he's all happy about being a dad, things like that.
But it's from this other dude.
Yes, and she says she's about 100% sure that it belongs to another
the hoes is any group of females.
God damn, dude. Like, for real? Dude, no, you know what, dude? She's in a real fucking pickle, dude. Like, she needs to get her shit together, too. Like she needs to tell this dude who thinks he's the dad that it's not him. But she's done with it.
So?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. In the replied email that I ended up sending and then got back, I did ask her, is the other guy still in the picture and things like that? She said the other guy doesn't even know that he's the father.
Oh, this bitch.
What?
God, really? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he doesn't even know he's a father. He's a father. He's, because again, they were just hooking up, so, you know, he found out that she was talking to someone else, so he kind of, you know, he knew to distance himself or whatever. So she's thinking if she can be able to pass off this child as this other guy's.
Fuck no, dude. Fuck that. No, like, that's the biggest deceit, dude. Like, because, again, like, yeah, she may have the baby and this new guy, or I would say the guy who thinks it's his baby, he may...
Guy one?
Yeah. Well, no, he's actually guy two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so guy two thinks it's his baby, and he can raise it like his own and not even know. He goes his entire life and not even know. But imagine that. What if that was you? What if that was you? And you got, let's say you meet some girl and she's, you end up, smashing Papa's dude, and then next thing you know, you find out she's pregnant, but the baby's mine.
Oh, yours?
Yeah, that's right. I don't give a fuck. The baby's mine.
I punt that baby across the field.
Fuck that, dude. I busted all kind of nuts inside this girl. And then to go your whole life to be lied to, because you are being lied to. Why?
Yeah,
because she knows the truth. And this other guy who doesn't know guy number one, who originally got that yum yum, he has no fucking idea. And he should know, because you know what? Child support, baby. I'm sorry, dude, but like, if he's not going to be involved, or if he doesn't want to be involved, like, that's where she needs to get him. So, like, my thing is that she needs to fucking own up, and she needs to, just be honest. Because again, what if guy number two asks for a DNA test? Just saying. I'm just saying, just for the sake of argument. What if he goes, hey, I want to get a DNA test.
That's where I messaged her back and asked her about. I go, is there a concern that he's going to ask for a, paternity test?
Yeah.
And she said no, that she thinks that's the furthest thing from his mind.
Yeah, but when the baby comes out looking real different.
From what I'm guessing is, if she doesn't have that much of a concern that the baby is going to be of a mixed race, then because she's trying to keep the paternity test away from his thoughts. So if it was obviously a interracial child that was going to be born, then I'm pretty sure that she would have to explain to him. But she thinks
the hoes is any group of females.
Stupid again.
Seriously, dude, like, she needs to fucking own up, like she does, because again, like I said, I'm just saying,
because her concern, she's going to lose out on a really good guy and things like that. Because
whose fault is that? It ain't his fault.
Yeah, well, again, it's not. Well, in a sense, it's not her fault.
Yes, it is.
I know you're going to say because she got pregnant. I know you're going to say because she got pregnant.
Yeah, because she's not even holding herself accountable. So the thing is that she chose to have, again, and I'm just assuming, okay?
Yeah.
That she chose to have sex with this other guy, with guy number one. Okay, fine, granted, whatever, right? I'm not saying that's immoral or anything like that, but she chose to do that, right? And maybe she didn't choose or whatever to have all those nuts inside of her, but guess what? She got pregnant, okay? That was her choice.
Yeah. It was a consensual thing.
Yeah, exactly. This other guy number two, that comes into the mix, yeah, fine, he got some yum yum too, but the thing is that it's not his baby. And she's going to pass it off like it is. So she needs to be honest with both these dudes. Because what if the other guy, let's just say, what if the other guy really wants to know? What if he really does?
Who, the first guy?
Yeah. She may say no, but the thing is that he doesn't even fucking know.
I didn't respond to her with this one, but my concern is how again, I don't know how this stuff works, but the variety of sizes in weeks, how a woman looks with her belly growing and things like that. Like, is this guy too gonna be like, hey, maybe, or when the baby comes out, ideally what, like,
let's say it comes out
premature
6 months, after they.
I don't think it's that far.
No, I'm just saying, but like, if it comes out 6 months after they banged, right? Yeah. And he's like, hey, this is supposed to be a 9-month thing. What's going on here? Yeah. And then he decides to get a paternity test or whatever the case may be. Or again, like I said, if the baby, I'm not saying so much racially, but if the baby just comes out, it doesn't even look anything like the dude. You know what I mean? If it looks, because that happens, where the baby comes out, whatever, and it looks exactly like the dad. Or it may look exactly like the mom. But my point is that if he finds out, he's going to find out in the worst way.
Yeah.
He's not going to find out from someone being honest. He's going to find out from someone lying. And that's going to be, okay, if my wife, let's say today, came home, right, and she's like, oh my God, we're pregnant, but going to find out from some other dude, I would rather her tell me it's from some other dude than for me to find out after the baby's born and it looks nothing like me at all, or the time doesn't add up.
Okay, so we've always given the fact that your wife cheated on you and she's
No. I'm not dismissing that.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is that there's more of a chance to work things out with honesty versus just lying. Because look, and the reason why I know that is because I lie all the time. I lied all the time, and I got caught lying with ex-girlfriends, with all kinds of shit, dude. But you know what? If there's one thing that I have learned is that just be honest.
That you're not a good liar.
I'm not a good liar. And also, you need to just be honest. Like, because if she's not going to be honest, then it's going to be a bad thing for everybody. It's good.
Because once it all blows up, and then he's not going to trust her, and blah blah blah. So
yeah,
I agree that she should.
But if she explains to him, hey, look, before we started getting together, I was seeing this dude, and I was, I got pregnant. I didn't know, but I got pregnant. But then I met you, and I was already done with that guy. So now I have just me and you, but I need you to know that this is biologically not your baby. And you know what? He may say, you know what? Hey,
Yeah,
that's
no,
cool.
that's what I'm banking on for her.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you know what? Hey, that sucks. You know, he may be a little, a little bitter about it for a while, but I'm, if he's
he likes
for
her
it,
that much,
yeah, if he likes her that much, and if he loves her that much, and he's actually just excited just to be a dad, then fuck yeah, he's gonna be, hey.
Okay, so now again, we're kind of done with that part of advice. Now let's go scenario hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Scenario. He says, you know what? Yeah, whatever. I'll raise the baby or whatever. Now let's say she ends up, or guy one finds out.
Okay.
And he's like, I want to be involved, blah,
All right.
blah, blah. Or, he starts putting his foot in the door, trying to get, well, not necessarily get back with her, but be involved in the kid's life.
Yeah.
How do you feel being guy number 2?
I believe that's his right.
Okay, no, but does that disturb, the fuck was I about to say? Disturb? What the fuck is that? Does that, does that stir you away from wanting to pursue something more? Because, again, having that, the baby daddy always in the picture, always in the, starting shit and things like that.
Well, okay, so again, like, that would be worst case scenario if he's coming over here starting shit. Mm-hmm. But if it's like, hey, you know what, I realize this is my baby, I get him every weekend or every other 2 or 3 days, whatever the case is, and he's being responsible. But,
that's not San Antonio case.
No, it's not. And but
San Antonio case is the baby daddy threatening, fucking shooting up your,
I know, exactly right.
Shit,
fucking threatening you from jail with phone calls and shit.
I'm gonna send my buddies to get you.
No, but if it's civil, then dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm all for civil if it's possible, but it's like a 98% chance it's not civil.
Well then, so if it's if it honestly is that high to where this guy's just gonna be a dick, be an asshole, well then fuck him. Like, I'm not saying that he doesn't need to know, but look, this is Texas. Okay, this is Texas. That mom can take whatever she wants away from this motherfucker. It's 100% true. So, I would say fuck it, and I would let him know. But that just because you let him know, and
would you wait to see if the guy one ever finds out?
No, I would ask, but hey, well, does this other guy know? And then she would say whatever her rebuttal is. I haven't told him yet, or whatever. Because
what if he is a bad dude, or not a bad dude, but what if she knows like he's not gonna be a good dad? No.
Yeah.
Like, do you kind of still push her to tell him?
In that case, I wouldn't. But like, if it's again, like, it just all depends on that other guy's character. Like, just like you said,
guy one.
Yeah. Guy one. If he's ultimately just a good guy, and hey, you know what? Sometimes you have these one night stands, or you have just a quick fuck, or whatever the deal is, and it didn't work out. Hey, that shit happens. But if he's an asshole, well then, if it would benefit the baby from him not being around, well then, fuck yeah, he doesn't need to know. Fuck him.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see what her email reply is.
Yeah, we'll see. But you know what? If you're listening to this, you need to get your shit together. You need to be honest.
That's your advice for everybody.
Fuck yeah! Well, no,
get your shit together.
Well, no, because look, here's the thing: is that you have these indecisive people when they look. It's all about doing the right thing. And the right thing's never easy. Movie. It is. But it's all about doing the right thing, and the right thing isn't easy all the time, but it's about doing the right thing, especially when you involve another life. Now, if it was just, hey, I fuck somebody.
Like another life as a child?
Yeah,
or another life
child.
as in a partner?
No, a child.
Oh, okay.
Because look, let's just say that she just fucked this dude, the day before she met this guy, the guy number 2, right? Then he doesn't fucking need to know. You don't fucking need to know that.
Yeah.
Okay? But if it's like, hey, I'm pregnant, then yeah, he might want to know. He might need to know. But, you need to really, just let people know and just be honest. So, there's that one.
All right. Okay, I guess we can go. Do you want an email one or do you want another personal one?
Oh, it don't matter. Go for it.
Okay. I got 2 emails and 3 personal. I guess we could do back and forth.
All right.
Okay, so this girl, I'm going to have her listen to this episode because she is another good friend of mine. She was telling me that she was talking to this guy for roughly 9 months or so, And what ended up happening was they would talk. He would take her out. She has a child, but again, this story, I know the other two had something to do with wanting kids or having kids or about to have a kid. This one does have a child, but this doesn't involve the child in a huge way. But the problem was that he was taking her out. He would take her to his to meet his work friends and functions and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is, and I told you a little bit about this, about him being in a band. And
yeah.
about him being in a band, and she would go. I think she would go see his shows, and he would take her, like I said, to different events and things like that with him, and take her out, meet some of his friends. But and they would hook up, of course, occasionally or from time to time. But after about 9 months, she decided to finally confess to him, or bring it up to him that she had more feelings for him, and why hasn't he asked her to be his girlfriend? And I already knew the answer. I already knew it. And sure enough, when she told me I go, well, what did he say? And she said, and I laughed, and I know she's gonna probably get mad when she hears this, but when she told me, she goes, that he told her that he would love to be boyfriend girlfriend with her, but if it wasn't for her personality.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's when I'm like, okay. So she was asking me like, what does that mean? And I'm like, you know what it means. Like,
yeah,
this dude was having you just for sex. You know, that's all it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, and she started giving me different scenarios of, well, what about this? Well, what do you think he meant by doing this or that or whatever? And I'm like, look, if a guy can take a girl out, spend $20-$30 to take her out to eat, and then take her back to his place or to her place, and then know he's gonna get yum-yums, then $30 is all he spent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I told her, I go, him taking you to work functions, everybody's gonna be having fun, getting together, enjoying themselves. He's gonna know you're in a good mood, you're feeling happy, you're with him. Hey, I'm gonna get lucky tonight. You know, she's in a good mood. Didn't cost him anything. All he has to do is just take her with him. She's beautiful. She's pretty. You know, she's very polite. Things like that. And you know, he's gonna get yum-yums again later that night or whatever. So I'm telling her because she's like, well, he let me meet this person or these people, and I'm like, well, yeah, because no girl's gonna want to just keep going out just them two and feel like, hey, this isn't going anywhere. So he has to give her little. He has to throw little bones for her, so that way she can feel like, hey, this is going somewhere. You know, let me try and keep this guy. And she sleeps with him. You know, things like that. But personality, what the problem was that he says because he's in a band, he's very outgoing, and with her, it's not that she's not outgoing, but she is definitely comfortable with just staying at home with the movie, and she usually spends a lot of her time at home with her son. So she doesn't have to be the one that's at the bar and at the club, or you know what I mean, being out crazy and meeting all these people and stuff like that. She is very much in her own circle kind of thing, and she doesn't go anywhere if she doesn't have to. And with him, he's in his 30s, I believe, either early 30s or mid 30s, or maybe even late. But yeah, that's his thing, is that she, in a sense, she's too boring for him, but not too boring for sex. What do you have to say to a woman that lets it go like that for 9 months?
Okay, so
I know you're like,
damn, dude, I got so much to say about this.
I told her a lot too.
I got so much to say about this, but basically what it boils down to is what I got to say about a woman that's let this shit go on for so long, that she is fucking stupid. Because
well, take it easy, because she's a good friend of mine.
No. I mean, that's fine, but she needs to hear this. That she's fucking stupid. Okay, number one, the guy's in a band. Okay.
That's what okay. I already know. Go ahead, say it, because that way she knows.
Number one, he's in a band, okay? Yeah. If you're in a band, if you play an instrument, you go out, you're a singer, whatever the fucking case may be, dude, you can look like, you could look like a fucking asshole, right?
He could look like you?
Exactly. He could look, you think he look like me or even worse, okay? But you know what? If you're in a band, you playing an instrument, dude, you are getting pussy. I'm sorry. It's you know what? I'm not trying to be mean to this girl. I'm not trying.
I mean, supposedly she's not talking to him anymore, so you can kind of let in.
But you know what? But if you're in a band, if you're dating a guy in the band, I will tell you this right now. Anybody who's listening and you got a boyfriend or a husband or some guy you're talking to that's in a band, you are not the only one he's fucking right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I told her that.
I'm sorry. Like, that's just the way it is. I mean, girls like dudes that are in bands. Why do you think you fucking hooked up with him? Why?
Yeah.
Because he's in a band that's hot, or whatever the case is. And guess what?
Well, I think she knew him. Well, I don't know where she met him from, but she knew him before. And I think she went to high school with him.
Yeah.
And then he came around or whatever, and then I guess she got intrigued by him being in the band part. But yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If she stays home a lot, or she's boring because of the kid, right? Okay. If it's solely because she's taking care of this baby and raising him right, not leaving him alone all the time, or not saying, the only
when
words.
me and her found out, it's always he's always
okay.
there.
That's cool. No, but like what I'm saying is like if all the kid knows is mommy be back, and that's all the kid knows from his mom talking to him, then you know what? She's fucking up even more ways than one. But
see, that's what and sorry, real quick. That's what led her to bringing it up to him, because what she felt was happening was that it was turning into mommy will be back, because she was trying to spend all her time with this guy, because his time was valuable, you know what I mean, because he's always so busy with this and that. So of course, any chance that she had to be able to leave him in the care of her mom or whoever the babysitter is going to be.
Well, look. Here's the thing: if it's because she just wants some dick, like you can find a guy to come over. Okay, trust me, we will come over for some pussy. No. But listen. But what I'm saying is like if she's the kind, like let's say she's a homebody, right?
Yeah.
She wants to stay home. She wants to, like you said, want to watch movies, whatever, hang out with the kid. Hey, that's all good. We can do that every night. Like that's not a problem. We don't have to go out anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? We can order pizza, whatever. We'll order pizza, watch some movies, put the kid to bed, lay back. I'll eat your pussy out, whatever. Okay. But here's the thing: is that her main focus right now, and should be, on raising this baby right.
Well, he's not a baby. He's a young teenager.
Oh, he's a young teen. That's even more. That's even more. To be like, you need to be here to take care of that baby. I mean, take care of that child, man.
Yeah. Well, no. That's where and again, she wasn't leaving him there like 3 times a week or anything like that. It was like once every 2 weeks she would go out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing with this guy.
That's different. But
hold on. And then that's why she asked him, because she figured if this guy really likes her enough to have been doing all this stuff with her for 9 months, then maybe she should try and see if. And this is where I laugh too, because I go, well, has he ever really communicated with her son? I don't want to say his name. And she's like, well, not really. Like, he's asked about him once or twice.
Hey, is he home so I can come over and fuck you or what? Yeah, that's pretty much all he asked.
And that's where I was like, come on, like, better, because like, even me, like, I'm not trying to do anything with this girl or anything like that, but even every time I talk to her, I'm like, how is he? And I mean, there's like 4 or 5 messages back and forth about him alone, and then me and her talk about whatever.
Yeah. So
that's when I was like, come on, like, really, you're gonna fall for this guy? And well, anyway, that's where she was trying to bring him into her world with her son, and he was like, no.
No. And so again, your first mistake right now, sweetheart, if you're listening to this, look, you gotta understand this. You're not gonna meet you're not gonna meet the guy of your dreams at a bar, or in a band, or at the club, or anything like that. Because you want to know what? Meeting guys around. And again, you know what?
Maybe we should do a Huevos Ketchup love connection.
We need to. Fuck yeah, we should.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be badass.
Have a wall divider and have 1 girl and 3 guys, or 1 guy and 3 girls.
Oh shit, 1 dude, 3 chicks.
You're stupid. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we just have it at the house. Fuck it. Here in the studio watching everybody fuck. No, but
Ketchup orgy. Orgy 2019.
Orgy 2019. No, but sweetheart, look.
Applicants apply.
But look, if you're listening, you gotta understand this. Look, you're not gonna find any good guys out there like that, okay? Look, you need to just really focus on raising this child right, okay? You need to worry about that. That should be your only worry. That should be your only worry right now.
He's going to be 13, or he just hit 13.
Yeah, and especially right now, he needs a parent in his life.
Dad is gone. Okay. Dad booked it before.
Oh fuck.
Birth.
Well, I mean, if she's born like you said she is, I would have booked it too.
Boring,
fuck that, dude. I would have left too.
Stupid.
I would have left too. The drop of a hat.
She was like 18, 19. Probably
18, 19.
This happened.
Yeah. Well, see, and then here's the problem too. Also, you said she's pretty. So, she's this beautiful young lady, whatever the case is, or woman, sorry.
Yeah, I would say that,
Yeah, so she's this beautiful woman, but you know what? guys, especially when you meet guys in that environment, those are the kind of guys you're going to be dealing with. Are the ones like if you met a guy at a bar or you met a guy, at a, that's in a band or it's like that. Guess what? Those guys, if they don't have other kids or they don't have anything like no real commitments or anything else, that's what they're going to be doing. And because you want to know why? That's where the pussy is. Okay, I'm telling you this much: guys don't go out to bars with just them and their friends just to go have drinks. I can tell you right now, every guy, hands down, 100%, in the back of his mind, yeah, fine, he may be meeting his coworkers out after.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I think I'm a pretty good guy and everything, but back when I would go with y'all to the bar, I'd be thinking to myself like,
who can
what if something?
Yeah,
what if
exactly.
Not who can I fuck? It's more like what if?
Who's gonna let me stick it in their ass?
Whatever.
No, but it's true.
But that's why you clean up and you use fresh bowls.
Exactly. That's why you use fresh bowls.
Sure
Only available at freshbody.com. No, but I mean that's what guys think about when they go to a bar or a club or even a concert.
Yeah.
It's like in the back of in the back of our minds, it's like, okay, we're gonna go, but what if I meet somebody? What if I go there? And what if there's all these single girls?
Yeah.
All the stuff. So my suggestion, if you are looking for a man, if you're looking for a guy, that you want to spend your time with, somebody that you want to build a family around, my suggestion is don't do it off of Craigslist. Don't.
They took that down. There's no more.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
That's part of some government thing that they have to do now. Like you can't.
From all the terrorists?
No, prostitution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking like, what if, I wonder if they had like any real deals on there.
Why? Because on Craigslist.
Yeah, it's like
Barter.
Hey, the blowjob's 20, the fuck is 50, but you can do both right now for $60.
I was like, is that a deal? But yeah, you say $10.
Yeah,
That's $10 for Taco Bell.
Exactly, it's
home,
$10, dude. Fuck yeah. But look, you need to really just focus on your little family. You and your son. And I'll tell you this.
Yeah, because she wants to go back to school. And
yeah. Well, there you go. You might meet a nice a nice guy
That's
at school.
Yeah.
But look, let me tell you this much. Don't go looking for it. Yeah. If you go looking for it, you're not going to find it. Yeah, you're not going to find it. Let it come to you. If you are a beautiful, now I don't mean hot, okay? Because there's a difference between hot and beautiful. But if you're a beautiful woman, guess what? The guys are going to come to you. Okay? The guys are going to come to you. But you need to let them know that in your priority, it goes yourself. You're number one that you take care of. I know this is going to sound weird because you think about you think about your kid. But you have to understand this, is that as a woman, or even just as a person, you need to put yourself as number one. You put your kids as number two, right? And then whatever, whatever, like if you have a badass job or whatever your deal is, that's number three. And number four is going to be this guy. Okay?
Well, explain real quick. Why? In what sense do you mean put yourself first?
Because look, if you don't put yourself, here's the thing that a lot of people have a bit misconception about, or this is what I hear a lot. I just want someone to make me happy. I just want to be happy. Well, guess what? Nobody's responsible for your happiness other than you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so if you take care of yourself and you put yourself as number one,
then you can take care of yourself.
You can take care of
your children.
Yeah, you can take care of your children better. You can take care of your career better. You need to put yourself first and foremost. Fuck these dudes, man. Yeah. Fuck these guys. And guys, fuck these bitches, dude. Who gives a fuck? If you don't put yourself first, then you can't handle your other business. But you need to put yourself first and take care of yourself first. That's the first thing you need to do.
When's your book coming out?
No,
Bobby Mack Self-Love.
Brought to you by Huevos Ketchup Publishing. No,
damn, that's the next step.
That's the next step. No, but you know what? But it's true. I don't think. I mean, especially, and you know what? I'm going to say it. Here in San Antonio, I think that's a huge thing that women don't do. They don't put themselves first. They either put their children first or these fucking dudes first.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's why relationships and these parenting issues are all fucked up, because they don't put themselves first. You need to be, if you're going to be a real woman and you want to attract a real man, put yourself first. Put yourself first, and then your family, and then everything else falls into place. Next.
Okay. Okay, so everybody has kids, man. She has 3 kids.
Welcome to San Antonio.
Right, no, she has 3 kids. And she's been divorced for a while. And she takes the kids to their basketball practice, soccer, whatever they got going on. But whenever she's talking to a guy that she's somewhat interested in, that they've known each other for a long time, but they can never meet up or talk, whatever, he doesn't really complain, but he kind of talks to her like, hey, you say you miss talking to me, or you want to meet up and things like that, or you want to give me a call or things like that, but you never commit to it.
Yeah.
And she says that in reality that she really is busy, but this guy doesn't believe her. And she gets a little frustrated because when she can't not necessarily drop everything,
Yeah.
but when she finally gets time to do whatever she needs to do, she can message one or two times, and then like hours go by, and then she doesn't get a chance to message back to him, until a little bit later. So her problem was, how to get someone to understand that, having multiple kids in multiple programs, because there's times where she even goes out of town.
Yeah.
Because they have such and such game or whatever. Are you scratching your nuts?
No, it's my leg.
Oh, okay. It looks like you're scratching your nut from
that'd be over
here.
here.
Okay, that'd be your...
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
anyway. So, I was like, you need to put your fresh balls what you need to do.
I already got them on there.
But anyway, no, that was her problem, was that, it's not that nobody believes her, it's just that this guy doesn't believe her, that, that I guess that she can be occupied that much.
So his problem is that she's spending too much time with her kids, pretty much.
In a sense, yeah.
Then he said,
but hold on. So the reason he's complaining is because she messages him, saying, hey, what are you doing? I miss you, or I miss talking to you, whatever it may be. And she wants, she wants pictures of him, and she wants to see him. And she said that they tried to meet up one time. He went over there. Mm-hmm. She ended up not being able to. He went to her work to have lunch with her. She ended up not being able to go, and then she invited him to go meet her at a bar. And he wasn't able to go because he had some prior engagement. So he just feels like she's kind of steering him around and, kind of just fucking with him. But she's trying to convince him, like, hey, it's just things are coming up. And the problem is they've been talking to try and get to meet up with each other probably almost 1.5 years, 2 years.
Fuck.
Exactly.
It's time to move the fuck on. It is time to move the fuck now.
For him or for her?
For both these motherfuckers. For both these motherfuckers, because you know what, dude? Like, he obviously wants somebody he can spend time with and spend more time with, and she can't give it to him. Yeah. Maybe not that she doesn't want to, but she can't because she's got other shit she's got to handle. Yeah. So he needs to find someone that can, now. Here's the thing. Now look here. If he's already banged this chick,
they haven't had sex.
What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? She can't. No, dude. She cannot be that fucking fine. She cannot be that goddamn hot to where you haven't even fucked her and you still hanging around. Oh, excuse me.
From what I've been told, they've messed around and stuff like that. So I don't know if he's trying to bust or she's trying to bust with them or whatever. But
I don't know. But look, here's the problem. Number one,
she did say that they have a connection. So.
Okay, well that's great, but she also has to know now he's fucking somebody else.
I don't know.
1.5 years, 2 years, and you still ain't got no yum-yums? He's fucking somebody else right now. I'm sorry. He's fucking somebody else. If you're
fucking air,
dude, if you're listening to me right now, if you're listening to this, honey, he is fucking somebody else. And it's probably some ugly fat bitch at work because you know what? That's who's giving him some pussy. That's who's giving him the time. That's who's putting in the time to give up some pussy. And guess what? You're not. And I'm not saying that it's your fault. But what I'm saying is that you don't have that capability right now to just drop your panties at the drop of a dime and be like, come on, let's get up in this monkey. You don't have that kind of time or that capability right now. Mm-hmm. So my thing is he needs to move on to get away from your ass because he wants and needs a woman that's going to be able to put that kind of time in. Now, you, on the other hand, again, if you're listening to this, you, on the other hand, you need to understand that you need to find someone that you don't have this struggle with. Okay? Fine, you have a connection. Fine, he's cute. Fine, he's got a good job. Fine, he's got money. But guess what? Ultimately, he doesn't have the type of patience that you need. So he may.
It's kind of hard to find someone with that kind of patience, though, right?
Well, you know what? Maybe not. Because, and look. Here's my thing.
What, does she need a fucking pen pal or what?
No, look. this is my situation, and this also comes from situations that I know of. For example, I know a few women that have husbands in the military, that they're constantly getting, sent to other places, and stuff like that, so on and so forth. And the thing is that for them, that relationship works for them. But there are people who work really well in marriages and relationships from being absent from each other. Not all the time, but they're being absent a lot. So, okay, like here's an example. Yeah, you fucking pussy, you better drink some water. Here, I'm gonna pour myself a shot, and I'll show you how the real man does it. But anyway, there's people like look.
I don't do this.
Look,
I wanted a different taste. I had the
Taste
Taco Bell in my fucking mouth.
So,
damn, do that much?
hell yeah, go down. Ooh, down the hatch, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, that shit's too fucking hot.
Oh yeah, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Today's boozing has been brought to you by Sailor Jerry's.
Dude, I took like 0.1 of that shit.
Man, that's good.
I didn't even drink it all. It's fucking there.
Dude, that is. Oh, I feel all warm inside now. That's
Man,
good.
I got a fucking headache. Like, no, seriously, like my left temple fucking hurt.
Oh, I'm like, you don't even drink. I don't know how the fuck you did that.
I like I said, I wanted the Taco Bell flavor, and I was done with the water.
I could have got you a piece of gum or something.
No,
anyway, but look. But there are people that work very well in relationships where they don't spend spend all their time together. That's how I am. Like I remember, what was it, about a year or so ago, my wife had gone to Vegas for a few days for her friend's wedding, and I was left here by myself for like, I think it was like 3 days. And I had no problem with it. I had no fucking problem. And you know what? When she came back, it was nice because we hadn't seen each other. And it was great. That's why, like, I don't really text my wife a lot throughout the day, because if I do, then it's like we have that constant contact. We don't have a chance to miss each other. But her problem is this. Do
we see this bitch?
No.
Oh,
this person. No.
Oh, okay.
This person that you're speaking of. Her real problem is that, look, if you're gonna date somebody, you also have to realize is that person has certain expectations.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. So you need to understand that. Look, you know your schedule. Your schedule's hectic, but there's that one night a week. Maybe it's a Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday night. Whatever. That you can go and you can hang out with this person, and that's your night or that's your time to spend with each other. Okay. So that's what I would really do. So I would say you need to fuck off from this dude, because, like I said, he's banging other chicks right now. Okay, he is fucking just thrusting that meat rocket all up in there and just busting everywhere.
Hold on real quick, because I want to finish. I want to do the last the email one that I was going to tell you earlier.
It's coming all over the place.
I have cum all over my face.
That's what that girl said that he's fucking with. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Real quick, because this kind of falls into what you were doing. So anyway, the guy lives with his family, or his mom, whatever. She lives with her mom, with her kids, whatever. The problem is he doesn't want to move in or do the live-in boyfriend-girlfriend with each other where they get their own place. Mm-hmm. Because again, he's gonna end up. He's afraid of getting involved into that household with her and her kids, and then the relationship's gonna fall apart. So.
Oh yeah.
Did it hit you?
Whew, right in the nuts. Oh, that's good. Anyway.
So he's just, like I said, he's afraid of losing that spark or whatever. Like, kind of like where you said, like, if you're in constant reach of each other, it kind of makes you not have that chance of missing each other.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's what he's afraid of. But she's like, oh, you just don't want to be with me. You don't want to take that next step.
But you know what? Girls are like that, though. Women are like that. Not all women, but I'll say most women. They think that because you don't want to spend every fucking waking second with their boring asses, that it's true though. It's true. Like, just because you don't want to spend every waking moment with them, that you don't want to be with them. No, it has nothing to do with it. See, look, here's the thing that a lot of girls don't understand. I'm going to make it very clear now. Girls, you got to understand is that you want your man to sit down and watch the fucking Kardashians with you, or watch some flipping house show on HGTV and all.
Desperate Housewives.
They're Desperate Housewives, whatever. Okay, guess what? That's the shit you like to do. Okay? Guess what men like to do? Be alone, watch the game, play video games, be out in the garage, whatever, okay? We like to have our alone time. It's just true. We like to have our alone time. I cannot, look, I love my wife to death, but here's the thing. If I have a 3-day weekend and I got to spend all 3 days with her, I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. I am going batshit crazy because there's not that chance for me to miss her. Because everywhere I look, I go in the bathroom and take a shit and she's texting me about she needs this or she needs that or could you help me do this? And it's like, God damn it, dude. I can't catch a break.
Go to work.
Yeah, dude, I go to work sometimes to take a break. Seriously, I go to work to take a break. But that's the thing is that women don't understand that. They think that because men don't want to physically be next to them, that they don't love them or they don't want to be with them. Or, well, if you wanted to be with me,
you know what it is?
All the time. No, fuck that.
No. Okay, so now speak because you know me or whatever, or you know me before or whatever. When I was in my relationships, I was that person that always wanted to be with that person, whatever. Because in the beginning of the relationships, that's how it usually is, right? You can't get enough of that person. You always want to be with them. So then when it gets to the point where you start trying to distance yourself a little bit, it almost makes you wonder what happened. Obviously you can think of it like, well, fuck, I've been seeing you fucking 10 times in a fucking week.
I think it's because in the beginning that it's new and you want to get to know each other. So you spend as much time as you can with each other to get to know each other, and you're trying to fuck too. Yeah. So you're gonna spend as much time as you can to get in there. So there's that. But then of course real life and reality hits, and guess what? I like to be by myself for a little bit.
So do you think in beginning of relationships you should try and?
Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's a big mistake that a lot of people, I'd say probably 90% of the people, that's a big mistake that I made too.
You just jump in, right?
You just jump in, and like when I first met my wife, we literally, since the day that I met her, we probably...
You have to say with your eyes closed?
Because it was just so, because I just think about it and I fucking start having PTSD and shit. No, but since the day that I met her, we probably spent a total of probably maybe 6 days apart.
Yeah.
In the last
7 years?
No, dude. It's been.
No, that's right. You've been married 6.
We've been married for 6, and we know each other for 8. So yeah, so the last 8 years, we've only probably spent about 6 days apart. That's it. That is it. You have no fucking idea. It is a fucking nightmare to be with somebody that every day like that. Now, granted, there are people you have couples that are really best friends.
Yeah.
And
they like the same stuff.
Yeah, like the same stuff, and they can spend the time with each other. But if you have normal fucking people, to me, those people are fucking psychopaths.
I don't see her fucking playing video games.
Yeah, exactly. I don't say, hey, why don't you come in here and watch the zombie movie with me? No, it's you know what? I like my own time, not because I don't want to be with her or I don't love her. I don't want to be there.
Just you stay with your roots.
Yeah, I just want to. You know what? I like being myself. I like being that, but I don't have to spend, we're not fucking cellmates. This isn't fucking jail. I don't have to spend every fucking waking second next to that person.
Just because I'm serving life sentences doesn't mean
exactly. Just because you're serving life sentences doesn't mean you can't go on the yard every now and then. Shit.
Right.
But anyway, that's just my opinion on that.
Yeah. Well, no, I think we answered some good ones.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You need relationship advice, please email all your questions, comments, concerns, dreams, and desires and fantasies to the hnkpodcast@gmail.com. That's right. Hit us up on email at the hnkpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to go on to YouTube, click like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you need to do. But please join the HNK movement, the Huevos and Ketchup movement.
HNK Nation.
The HNK Nation, baby. Huevos and Ketchup Nation. So, again, one last time before we head out of here. Don't forget, boys, pick up your fresh balls. Girls, droopy titties, sweaty, get your fresh breasts. And if you got some stank-ass feet, get those fresh feet off of freshbody.com. And don't forget those ass wipes to add on there as well.
For your assholes.
For your assholes, right? For you assholes out there. And last but not least, head over to Wayne's Wings. Go see Wayne. He's out there waiting for y'all. 2427 Austin Highway. Mention this ad on the Huevos and Ketchup podcast. Receive 10% off. That is getting your tax taken off, plus a little bit more. So you get a nice little discount, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thanks again for listening. We love to hear from y'all soon. Talk to y'all motherfuckers later.